Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are looking at a listing document you brought in for the Backgate Horse property. That is located at 7672 SW Robin Drive in Terrebonne, Oregon.
Right out in the High Desert.
Exactly. And the mission here is really to unpack why this isn't just another suburban home on a big lot. It is a fully developed, turnkey equestrian asset listed for under $875,000.
And it really is a fascinating study in contrast.
Oh, absolutely. You have this rugged, wide-open Central Oregon landscape outside, but then the property itself is just incredibly intentional, highly customized.
Yeah, let's dive right into the house itself because that intentionality really anchors the whole property. It is a 2,550 square foot custom build.
3 beds, 2.5 baths.
Right. And typically properties marketed to horse owners in this specific price bracket, they tend to lean really heavily on the land.
Yeah, the house ends up feeling like an afterthought. Or, just a very basic, bare-bones farmhouse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here, the source document outlines this really dense concentration of quality and luxury finishes.
Right.
I mean, we are talking reclaimed barnwood floors throughout.
A gorgeous copper farmhouse sink.
And that Italian recycled glass backsplash.
Yeah.
It is a really specific high-end blend of rustic aesthetics with hyper-modern convenience.
It creates this timeless lodge feel, especially with that gas fireplace, the one wrapped in a full river rock surround.
Yeah, it really centers the living space.
But honestly, what struck me the most were the mechanics tucked behind all that rustic charm. The spec sheet lists a brand new, just installed in 2024 zone-controlled AC heat pump.
Plus a whole home air purification system.
Central vacuum, surround sound, and this is the most surprising thing to find in a rugged rural setting, an actual in-home elevator.
Yeah, the elevator is a huge standout. That inclusion completely changes the long-term usability of the entire space.
It really shifts it from just being a nice custom build to essentially a forever home.
Right, it is designed heavily with aging in place in mind. The owner never has to worry about mobility issues, eventually forcing them to move out of the country.
That future-proofing philosophy definitely carries out to the immediate exterior, too. You step outside, and there's this covered front deck positioned perfectly for sweeping views of the Three Sisters Mountains.
Just iconic Cascade Mountain views right from the deck.
Alongside a tranquil landscaped pond with a waterfall. They even thought about the pets, which I love.
Oh, the dog run.
Yes. There is clever dog-proof fencing that creates a completely separate yard right off the primary bedroom suite.
Which is an absolute lifesaver for anyone who has ever had to chase a muddy dog through the snow at 6 in the morning.
Exactly. No boots required. Just open the door.
And that same level of practical day-to-day design extends right out into the pastures. The infrastructure here is extensive.
Yeah, the document details a fully cyclone-fenced perimeter.
Which is a very heavy-duty, highly secure setup. Is not cheap to install. And the interior is strategically cross-fenced.
And for anyone listening who maybe isn't managing livestock, cross-fencing just means those large pastures are divided up into smaller sections.
Right, so you can easily rotate where the horses graze, which keeps the land healthy and prevents overgrazing.
They also have 3 loafing sheds on the property. Those are basically 3-sided shelters to protect the animals from the wind and the sun.
Plus a dedicated hay storage barn and an outdoor arena.
But the hidden infrastructure, that really seems like the game changer here. The water and electric lines run underground directly out to the horse areas.
Yes, feeding right into automatic waterers.
Meaning no one is dragging heavy, frozen hoses through the mud in the dead of winter.
That is a massive quality of life upgrade. And that really brings us to the core value proposition of that under $875,000 price point.
How so?
Well, buying raw land today and trying to build this specific level of custom home, especially when you factor in the massive cost of installing an elevator, plus building the barn, the arena, and trenching all those underground utilities from scratch.
You would likely far exceed this asking price.
Easily. It is a finished, turnkey lifestyle asset, not some entry-level acreage or a stressful construction project.
And we haven't even talked about the namesake feature yet. The back gate.
Right, the ultimate advantage of this location.
You literally step out the back gate directly onto adjoining public land. You can saddle a horse or just go for a hike right from your property line straight down to the Deschutes River and the scenic gorge at Steelhead Falls.
That kind of immediate, unhindered access is such a rare commodity. Because this property is situated in Crooked River Ranch, you get the open space, the dark skies, and even HOA community amenities.
Like the golf course and the pool?
Exactly. But you completely avoid this steep seven-figure pricing typical of nearby, highly publicized equestrian areas like Tumalo or Powell Butte.
So if you are a serious equestrian or maybe a remote professional looking for real space or someone relocating from a higher cost market.
This listing by Ken Mucha represents actual built capability rather than just theoretical space on a map.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating concept to consider as we wrap up today.
Yeah, when you evaluate land, how does sharing a boundary with protected public land, this invisible, unbuildable expanse right at your back gate, fundamentally change the true value in the daily experience of the acres you actually own?